So really quick, before I get into the Wentz jersey, I found this Westbrook size small. I think it's a kid's jersey, but it's the old school Reebok with the heat pressed letters. And I thought it was the cutest thing. It's a size small. It'll fit my wife, so she can rock her alternate black Eagles jersey. While I've got the Dawkins in black, and I got a couple other black jerseys, and of course the Wentz I just picked up. So, for those fans out there that love the old school Eagle or Reebok, we got the kids jersey. As you can see, Fly Eagles Fly. The bag that it comes in. Decided to go with the black alternate jersey. Won't show any of the credit card information. Here's the tags that it comes with. Of course, the reflective sticker. On-field apparel. Similar to what came with it last year. And the massive price tag. You can see that. And the NFL or the Pro Shop does not offer discounts, by the way. They're like, basically, if you're coming to us, you're gonna be spending money. So they'll get $325 out of you. I don't think they charge tax though, so I guess it's kind of a bonus. So in November, the NFL has that whole like military appreciation, camo themed salute to service, right? Well, this is the first year that the Eagles actually decided to go with their captain's patch, and along with the captain's patch comes a camo version of that captain's patch. And Wentz, and I think it was Malcolm Jenkins, wore the captain's patch for the first time. I was like, I love the look. I thought the look was so dope. So I ended up going with the black jersey, and I had to get, boom. I think that's gonna look so freaking classy on this jersey. Had to search eBay a little. Nobody actually had the one with the white border and the proper stars. So I had to order the one with the white border, all stars, all white stars. I had to actually remove the white star in the beginning and sew in a gold star. So it'll look like Wentz's actual jersey once it's actually sewn in. So that's gonna be pretty dope. As you know, this is the first year that Nike went league wide with its Vapor Untouchable template. One of the biggest things that they ended up removing was the Flywire. But with this new template comes shorter sleeves. I absolutely love the shorter sleeves. This is actually something I've been wanting for a while. The material of the jersey, it's kind of like last year's jersey. If you saw my Fletcher Cox jersey, you saw that it's like the same. It's very similar material to that the Elite 51 template, but it's a little thinner. It's not quite as thick, and they almost completely did away with any of the mesh, right? So instead, they decided to go with these like perforations. I don't know if you can kind of see if it shows up, but they kind of wanted to keep it. The idea is to keep it all one piece. That's what they really wanted to do. Another change was this metallic NFL shield in the center here, which, if you remember last year, they had the white TPU. I'll break out the Cox jersey later, do a little comparison. So the numbers are actually, it's a kiss cut stitch that they use, meaning that it's a lot thinner as opposed to like stacks on stacks on stacks, because the Eagles have 3 colors that they layer. Instead of that old school stacking everything on top, they did this, which basically it's called a kiss cut. So this white is a layer on itself, and then the other 2 layers, because they're just accents, are layered on top of it. So the idea behind this, and this is all, it's a stretch tackle twill. The idea behind it is when you put it on a fabric like this, it will move with the jersey, and it's not going to bunch up and look puckered. So that's something that Nike has actually had on their jerseys for the last, I'm going to say 3 templates. Their first year with Nike, they really didn't make a lot of changes. But in that first year, they also did the kiss cut numbers. On the back, Wentz, of course, is stitched in. Same idea, kiss cut. Everything stitched down. The nameplate is stitched down. Nike said that it wanted to go with a different ventilation. With the last template, the Elite 51 template, the way that they had the mesh set up, it looked kind of weird. Like when the players would sweat, like they had like those sweat panels, kind of odd. They did away with that, and now they've got the laser cut breathable holes on the bottom here, in this kind of Back to the Future DeLorean logo looking thing. Flux capacitor on the back of this jersey. Back to the front here. Behind the metallic shield is almost, they call it chainmail, which is funny to me because that reminds me of like knights and dragons and that kind of stuff. And I guess, they're going to combat, so it's, I guess it makes a little sense. So it's chainmail underneath it. Ended up going with the size 52 because I wanted to be able to wear a hoodie underneath it. And the reason I went with the 52, I tried on the size 48. And the 48, it fit okay. The problem was the body of it was just a little too tight. So I ended up going with the size 52. And I mean, 52 is not bad. I have a little more body now. I actually have a lot more body. And the problem is it's longer. So I'm going to end up tailoring it, which I do with my jerseys anyway. So this one's, I'm going to end up shortening it. I did the same thing with my Cox jersey. So one thing I don't care for about these jerseys, love the shorter sleeves, love the feel of it, but the neckline is huge. It's so much bigger than before. I'm not sure why they ended up going that big, but it's so much bigger than before. So if you remember in the past video, I brought out my Fletcher Cox jersey. Well, here is a quick comparison of the two. So yeah, and kind of an update also. The reason I really like and appreciate the kiss cut, the thinner tackle twill, stretch twill that they use, is because, like I said, it flexes with this kind of material. Well, with the Cox jersey, because they didn't just sell a Fletcher Cox jersey on NFLshop.com, I had to get the custom version. And with the custom version, it goes to whatever manufacturer the Eagles go through, and they just throw on the numbers. And it's all technically legit, but it's not what Fletch wears on the field. It's this much thicker. It's Reebok originally started this, and this thick 3-layered technique is fine if you're going on mesh, because mesh is so much, it's like thinner, right? So you've got heavy material on thin material, and that works. The problem with this is you've got this thick layering and bulk material on top of already thick material. You can't have both, because what happens is it starts to pucker. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I mean, that's an expensive flaw to have in your jersey tooling. But anyway, so a quick kind of side by side. Of course, the arms, huge difference in the arms. Massive difference. Big, long. I'm going to end up tailoring this probably. I think I'm going to end up having them cut it from the shoulder. And I'll make it shorter. But yeah, the arms, huge difference. The ribbing on the end here, this part it's a lot wider compared to the new version. Actually, this is about half the size of this. And of course, they use stretch elastic on the newer Vapor, such a weird name, Vapor Untouchable template, as opposed to the Elite 51. As I mentioned before, difference in the layering technique, kind of a stacked layer as opposed to the kiss cut. The Eagle logo on the shoulder is actually smaller on the newer one, which is fine because it's a smaller sleeve, so that, that works. I'm fine with that. And of course the necklines. This was the TPU rubberized logo as opposed to the metallic finish. I think the metallic is really sharp. I liked when they went to this. I thought this was cool. I feel like this is an upgrade from that. And I mean, look at this. Look at the neck on this compared to the neck on this. Like, Nike, I don't know what happened there. And the sizing. The sizes 48 and 52. Those are the two that I kind of dabble in. It's substantially smaller with the newer Elite, or the newer Vapor Untouchable, as opposed to the Elite. So remember I was telling you that I end up customizing and tailoring my jerseys anyway. I shortened the length on my flesh jersey. I didn't want to actually compromise the jersey itself, so I just, once I sewed it in, I tucked it under, so it'd be a little shorter. And I cut out the jock tag, and I moved it up. This was originally like down here, so I did that. But the length of this jersey now is actually pretty close to the length, the uncut length of the Wentz jersey. Like, it's not a huge difference. So the newer jerseys are actually a little shorter, which is fine with me. I mean, I'm not that tall, so that's all good for me. So you would think for $325 they can get certain things right. For one, like, seriously, with these, I don't know if you can see them, like these little strings, really? I gotta go through and cut those. And then the metallic center, the neck logo, like, it's off center, and like not even by a little. I'm gonna have to go through, probably unstitch all this, and I'll line it up correctly, so it'll look good. I'll make it look right. No worries there. But anyway, Eagles fans, Man Cave fans, Jersey fans, appreciate you watching with me. I think I'm going to do a video eventually on adding patches to jerseys, because I've got a few of them. I've got a McNabb that I want to add an inaugural Lincoln Financial Field patch to his jersey, and I've got a Westbrook that I want to add the 75th anniversary to. So should have some videos coming up. Give me your opinion, and let me know what you think of the Eagles' chances now that Wentz has been knocked out for the season. I think they'll do okay with Nick Foles. We'll see. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and follow. And we'll see you next time on Man Cave Stuff.